You arrive at your in-laws. Your child doesn't want to say hello. And your mother-in-law says something like, that's not being a nice kid. You know, when you arrive somewhere, you should say hello. And you feel judged and you feel like, and immediately your emotions run, take care of your parenting it. And you actually are like to your child, come and say hello. And you're kind of like forcing your child to do something. You wouldn't have done this if it wasn't because of that emotion you were feeling in that moment, right? Same thing, maybe your child does something they shouldn't have done. Maybe they break something, maybe they are throwing a tantrum, having a meltdown, something like that. And everyone is staring at you and like, typical single child, or some other remark that makes it sound like it's your fault. And you immediately in that moment feel so like, I need to defend myself. It's unconscious, right? But you just feel in that moment like, I need to make this stop, and I need people to know that I have a hand on my child and that I'm not a crappy parent. And while trying to show other people that you're a good mom, you end up being a bad mom for yourself. Like you end up doing things that later you feel guilty because maybe you overreact to how you address your child. You end up punishing your child or doing something that later you're like, I really overreacted. You wouldn't have reacted to your child if you were alone with your child. You wouldn't have reacted the same way you reacted in that moment because everyone was staring. You were feeling judged and you were just feeling like, I need to show everyone that I have a hand on my child. So let me show you how you can deal with this type of situations where you're in public, everyone is judging, when maybe you're dealing with complicated people, maybe your in-laws, maybe some family member, maybe whoever it is, where you are letting your emotions run the show. Even maybe when you are, you didn't really mean to, but you end up doing that. You end up letting your emotions run the show and later you regret it. And you feel like, I don't want to do this, why do I let this? And you make yourself feel even worse and you have all this guilt inside. So let me show you how to deal with those situations, how to correct your child's behavior in a way that actually teaches your child the skills they need in order not to repeat the behavior in the future, while also keeping your mental sanity. Comment plan below or check out the link in my bio.